A ban against the Concorde JFK landing is extended, and Broome County Executive McManus has a plan for a consumer protection agency here.
The South Moluccan guerrillas say they will kill their hostages, and Cindy Eikens and I take a look at an animal care program.
Those stories and more coming up on News Center.
WSKG News Center with Ellis Bromberg and Roger Mellon.
Good evening. The Federal Appeals Court in New York City has extended until June 1st a ban against landings by the Concorde supersonic airliner at New York's Kennedy Airport. The Maine Endwell High School was built for 1,100 students. There are now more than 1,400 students attending the school. That really nice rain we got may continue through this evening. Variable cloudiness tonight with scattered showers and thunderstorms, low in the upper 50s to mid-60s. It'll be partly sunny tomorrow with a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. The high, 78 to 85. Right now it's 65 degrees in Binghamton. That's 18 Celsius. Roger will have a complete weathercast later in the newscast. Right now he has more news. Roger?
In the Netherlands today, South Moluccan guerrillas said they will kill their hostages, including 105 children held in a school, if the Dutch government does not meet their demands. The guerrillas, who are also holding a large group of captives on a train, demand the release of 21 jailed comrades and a getaway plane. The Dutch government, however, says it will not deal with the terrorists unless the children are freed. The gunmen, about 13 of them, say they will begin shooting their hostages if their demands are not met by tomorrow afternoon. The FBI in Las Vegas, Nevada, says Reno Fruza and his wife have been released by kidnappers who had held them hostage since last night. Officials say the kidnappers were paid an estimated $1 million ransom. Neither Fruza nor his wife appear to have been harmed. Secretary of State Cyrus Vance, who returned last weekend from his second round of talks with Soviet leaders, went to Capitol Hill today to report on current aspects of U.S. relations with the Moscow government. Vance told the House International Relations Committee progress was made towards a strategic arms limitation agreement in last week's Geneva talks, but in his words, we have lots more to go. Vance's top assistant, Arthur Hartman, said the United States cannot ignore Soviet activities in the Third World, including an important Russian role in the Middle East. The State Department has announced a series of humanitarian and economic proposals by Eastern Germany, which the U.S. says could lead to improved relations. The proposals include an offer to settle all pending humanitarian cases involving divided families. President Carter's new administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency today testified before the Senate. Douglas Costel suggested that there may be some conflict between Carter's energy plan and EPA plans to clean up the environment. On this evening's McNeil-Lear report, EPA Administrator Costel was asked about the potential conflict, especially concerning the suggested increased use of coal.
We took a fair amount of time since taking office to take a hard look at this, that in fact they're compatible. That is, for the most part, we will be able to accomplish that conversion to coal if we're willing to pay the price to put the controls on the burning of that coal so that the total emissions coming out of coal burning, in fact, will not exceed public health standards. Now, as the President said when he released his energy message, there are likely to be some areas of the country where there is so much already in the air, and we foresee so much difficulty getting it down to public health standards as it is, that you may not, in fact, want to burn coal for public health reasons. But we have a strong feeling that that will not be a large number of areas, that the coal conversion that the President's called for in his energy message was worked out very carefully with us, and we think by and large it is doable.
The number 3 man in the Kremlin pecking order, President Nikolai Podgorny, has been dropped from the all-powerful Soviet Politburo. It's not known whether the 74-year-old Podgorny stepped down from the 15-member council voluntarily, but Podgorny's removal strips him from all but ceremonial power. The announcement came from Radio Moscow. If Podgorny is to be retired from the presidency, it probably will come on June 16th, when the Supreme Soviet holds its next session. President Carter and Saudi Arabian Prince Fahd discussed Middle East peace initiatives at the White House today. The two men reportedly did not reach agreement on whether peace talks should include Palestinians. Carter and Fahd are scheduled to meet 2 more times. In Israel today, members of the hardline Likud bloc began negotiations with other Israeli parties on setting up a coalition government. They agreed that the Jewish state should oppose the establishment of a Palestinian state as part of any peace settlement. UN Secretary Kurt Waldheim today recommended extending the presence of the peacekeeping force stationed between Israel and Syria on the Golan Heights. The mandate of the 1,200-man force expires on May 31st. Ellis?
The New York State BOCES, the Bureau of Cooperative Educational Service, offers a unique opportunity to students and local school districts. In this, our fourth in a week-long series on BOCES programs, Cindy Eikens and Roger take a closer look at one of the courses offered at the Broome-Tioga BOCES, Animal Care.
Mr. Eggleston, you know, there's all kinds of animals around me. What are you trying to accomplish here at BOCES? What are you trying to teach the students within?
Some kennels do, so we do feel that people should be able to know how to do this type of thing.
Cindy, it looks like this dog is getting the royal treatment. Can you tell me what you're doing?
Well, we're trying to get these mats out. You see there's one right here, and there's some. It was really a mess when he first came in. We're getting him really done, and there's just great big bunch of the hair all together, and we're trying to separate the hair so we can comb through it.
He's got a lot of hair. What kind of dog is he?
It's an old English sheepdog.
And his name's Toby, huh?
Yeah.
How come he has so much hair over his eyes?